Same here. Hi guys, Ashley Weeds here. I'm joined by the Candice McCool. I'm in Florida. Candice is over in Alabama. Candice, say hi to everybody, please.
Hi, everyone.
So we're joining you tonight because we have a 12-week challenge. If you haven't heard, that has kicked off at the beginning of the year. This is season 4, and Candice was a winner in season 2, right, Candice?
Yep.
And she was a runner up, place number 2, and she got a pretty big hefty prize for that. And if you guys were paying attention to the title of this, as well as the little oh, what is that little circular thing, the little label, that says how much you won. But honestly, to see the glow up, to see the smile, like the transformation in your face, that is amazing. But what you're going to hear tonight is, what did she do, and what are some things that you could do if you do take this challenge. So first of all, before we jump into it, Candice, and we kind of, get to know you a little bit more and talk about those things. For those of you that don't know, this 12-week challenge that kicked off on January 1st is called Ultimate Thriver Elite. So this challenge, this 4th-year challenge, is put out by a company named Le-vel. They do these premium wellness products. And it's a very, very simple challenge that if you take the products, you order the products on a monthly basis for the 12 weeks. And then you put in your picture, you put in your story, you're in. And so what better way to take a body transformation challenge, which that does not always mean weight loss, guys. That can mean anything. But if you take the challenge and you truly commit, these products are going to support you along the way. So it almost like it goes hand in hand. Like, you're geared to win if you commit. How cool is that? So say hello as you're jumping on. Tell us where you're watching from. We got a couple Florida people here. How are you guys doing? Okay, I wanted to grab Candice because I did vote for you, Candice, and whenever I was like, I really wanted to talk to you last year, but I didn't. And your story, whenever I read that in the Ultimate Thriver that you submitted, you've got a very heartfelt story. And if you don't mind, kind of share, I like for people to kind of know where you came from. So if you can kind of share a little bit about, what led you to Thrive, because Thrive was that conduit to, our conversation today, right? Based off the challenge. But walk us through what life was like before, and kind of, what led you to Thrive and what you've noticed with that.
So I am a ER nurse. I have a very busy, hectic work life. When I am at work, it's 12-hour shifts and it's very stressful. And my husband and I, we've been married for 10 years. And about 6 years ago, we had a little girl named Logan. She was born with special needs. So she has a diagnosis of spina bifida. She was born with a hole in the lower part of her back, and that left her paralyzed from the waist down. And with me being a nurse, I at least was familiar with the medical jargon, but we were pretty much just thrown into it. She was not expected to have any kind of quality of life at all. So when we went and to see some specialists and things like that, they kind of figured, well, she's not going to be able to get around like a normal kid. There's going to be maybe some mental, some other things that are going on. And so I did my best to try to enjoy my pregnancy. Logan came around, and she is now a typical kid in every way, but she had a lot of catching up to do because we spent more than a month in the NICU with her, and she had 3 back surgeries, 3 brain surgeries, 2 leg surgeries. And when she came out, she was involved in feeding therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and I was taking her to all of those things. And so in addition to being a new mom and all the things that go along with no sleep and not being able to eat right and just trying to be there for your kid, I then had this other level of stress on me of taking care of her needs and making sure that she has everything that a typical kid has. And so I vividly remember my husband coming home from work and me just handing her off to him, because about that time she was about 2 years old, going through those terrible twos, just like any other kid. And he was just like, Candice, go to the back room, chill, watch a movie, whatever you got to do to calm down. I've got her. And I felt so guilty because I'm her mom. And here I am handing her off to my husband. And why can't I deal with this? And why am I so stressed out? And so I was watching someone online on social media who had a son of her own. She was talking about how much energy she had. She was involved in a bikini competition. She was looking good. I was like, that's what I want. I want to be able to handle the stress. I want to be able to feel great. And I want to lose some weight. Because at that time, I still had not lost that 2 years of baby weight. And so I reached out to her, started taking Thrive. And you guys, within 10 days, I was coming home from my 12-hour shift and I was giving Logan a piggyback ride around the house. That's how much energy I had. And I was hooked from then on.
Wow. Wow. 10 days. 10
Yeah.
days. And for those of you that, you might be watching this, I know we've got this streaming to a few different places. Thrive is a 3-step, very simple routine: vitamin capsules, shake, and then dermafusion technology. So that's the wearable piece that you see us have. And that brings your body to a balance in the areas that your body needs. It is really cool premium nutrition. And it's just us busy humans, us busy mamas, we need all the simplicity we can take, guys. And this supports that. So tell us a little bit about, okay, so you're thriving, 10 days in, piggyback rides. Tell us a little bit about, why the challenge? Why did you take that challenge?
I wanted the money. When I saw that the grand prize was $50,000, so we live in a very small house, and it is not wheelchair accessible for my daughter. When she goes into her bathroom, she can't reach the sink to brush her teeth, to wash her hands. She's not able to ambulate to the bathtub and to the toilet by herself. And my husband and I want to instill in her independence. And I know that making this bathroom wheelchair accessible for her is a catalyst to that happening. And I was like, what could I do with that $50,000? I could make her bathroom wheelchair accessible. I can do this for my daughter. And anybody that knows me knows I would do anything for Logan, anything. And so that was my why. And I got up every single morning at 5 a.m. I did an hour to an hour and a half of cardio every single morning. That is what got me into the gym and do really hard strength training and lift those heavy weights every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I work weekends, Saturday, Sunday. So that was my rest days. And then I'd start all over on Monday because I knew if I could win that for her, her life would be changed. And that was all that mattered to me.
Wow. I'm telling you guys, I told you this is going to be a heartfelt story. All right. So I want you to kind of slow down things a little bit in terms of, tell me about, besides committing to the workouts and committing to rest days. I think when people get into, wanting to change their body, they think 7 days a week, twice a day, kind of thinking like 75 hard, but rest days are important. So the fact that you address that, Candice, I think that's important. You've got to rest your body so it could build what it needs to build. And tell us a little bit about other habits that you might have put in place to support that.
So I really focused hard on my nutrition. I am a big proponent of meal prepping. And so on Fridays, before I went into my weekend of work, I meal prep for the entire week. I would make all of my grilled chicken, all of my fish, all of my shrimp, all my tuna steaks. I basically just stayed in the kitchen and I just made all of that at one time. Then I would prepare my salads. I would prepare my vegetables that I may want, like the zucchinis, and just do a little saute of that. I may put some okra in the oven. And so I had all of that prepared so that when I was going through the week and I was taking her to all of these different therapies and I was having to rush to the gym and all of the things that mamas have on their plate, I could just pick it out of the refrigerator, heat it up, or pour some apple cider vinegar on it for my salad dressing, and go. Everything was on the go for me. And I feel like that was the big key for me doing so well and being able to stay so consistent throughout the entire 12 weeks, because it was easy, it was convenient, and it kept me honest. I wasn't, when I got hungry, I wasn't just pulling anything out of the pantry that I could find. I already had something prepared that I could eat when I was hungry.
I think that's so important, and that goes well for anyone, because let me tell you, if you're in a state like this where you're working out and maybe you're doing great for the day, but then dinner time comes around, you're done working, when you go to that fridge, you don't make the best decisions whenever you're hungry, unless you got something prepped or something you can throw together real quick. So just curious, kind of a bonus question with this. What did you do on the hard days where things were like super crazy? Maybe, in the morning, like something happened during your workout. Did you stay committed to those, or did you just kind of catch up later on in the day? How did that work when a wrench was thrown in there?
So cardio was pretty easy because all it was making myself get up earlier than everybody else. My husband has a job to where he can, be called out at any moment. And so I have to have the one that has the stable schedule. And so I would just get up early, and I purchased a elliptical and a bicycle. And that's what I would do. I'd roll out of bed and I would just get that cardio out of the day, because for me, that was the most daunting thing to look forward to. If I knew that I had to do it after work or anything like that, I was less likely to do it. But first thing in the morning, I got all of my water, well, not all of my water, but a lot of my water in first thing in the day. And so first thing I did, take my vitamins, get my jumper cables, get me all excited, get up there, get the cardio. And then I was able to get her ready for the day, because she would go to preschool and daycare at the time. No, she was in preschool at the time. And so if there was a wrench that would throw in, I was very blessed that my husband was very supportive. And so if I wasn't able to strength train at the gym, then I did something at home. If he was at home and could take care of Logan, then I would go to the gym and get it done in the afternoons. And so that's kind of how we made it work. I just made it a priority. I was like, this is only 12 weeks. This is not the rest of my life. This is for 12 weeks. And then past 12 weeks, then I'll reverse and, kind of take it a little more easy after that. And I've been able to maintain it for 2 years. And so just for that 12 weeks, just make a plan, say, I'm dedicated, I'm going all in. This is a lot of money. I can do a lot of good with this, and have a big why that's going to make you dedicated and get to the gym, or go upstairs and work out, or get on that elliptical, because your why is really what's going to drive you.
Your why. Absolutely. Print a picture of that, write it down, do all of the above, look at it every single day. And a good tip to add there too is put it in multiple places. Make copies, put it in your bathroom, put it in front of that elliptical, put it everywhere. I love that. And so tell me a little bit. So your picture on the cover of this thumbnail, and that you had an Ultimate Thriver, like, fantastic, Candice. Your work really, really showed. But tell us a little bit about how you felt about the results, maybe some other things that you started to notice as you stayed consistent, kind of behind the picture, right?
Yeah. So I really didn't lose a whole lot of weight. What happened is my body was recompositioning. I recomped my body. And so as I was gaining muscle, I was losing fat simultaneously. So the scale actually didn't move a whole lot. I think I only lost maybe 10 pounds, which I'm 5 foot, and so 10 pounds does look a lot more on someone my size. But it was really the recompositioning. You need to build muscle during this shred or during this challenge, whatever your transformation needs to be. Muscle needs to be a component of that. And the only way you're going to accomplish that is by lifting heavy, or lifting for a lot of reps until you're just so completely exhausted. You're basically working to failure by the end of each rep. And so that, to me, is what made my muscles grow. And because I was able to increase my metabolism at the same time, because I had more muscle, then my fat was able to decrease as well. And I got rid of that tummy.
It's funny because as you're mentioning that, I remember when there was a time where I was like, oh, I need to lose the weight first and then I need to gain muscle. But you can do both at the same time. And you just gave them the answer how to do that. And then tune in that nutrition. Have plenty of protein. Carbs are not bad. But there's a learning journey there that is so healthy. And I'm glad that you said that, Candice. And drink your water, guys. Drink your water, please. Okay, so are you participating in the 2023 Ultimate Thriver Elite Challenge?
I actually am. So I am not going to shred this time. I am going to grow more muscle. Basically, I am not looking actually to win. I want to be the biggest cheerleader for those on my team. And so I'm applying a lot of my knowledge to my team. We have a group set up on Facebook where I'm going to be sharing tidbits of information of things that work for me, things that might work for them. And so just to kind of give them a leg up and let them know that you've got a cheerleader behind you, you've got someone who already has won, who knows how to win. Let me help you win. Let me help you achieve your goals. And I'm so excited about that.
I love that. I love that. So if you want in on this competition, guess what? You're watching this, you can get in on this too. The registration does close in less than a week. You have 6 days? Yeah, 6 days to get in on it. So if you want in on the competition, all you need to do is comment down below, say committed, and we'll make sure that someone reaches out and gets you into the group and gets you signed up. And what's really great is that there's two age categories. So I know, I'll be 21 forever, the rest of my heart, but I ain't competing with those 21-year-olds anymore. So it's 34 and under is the age group, and then 35 and up, and there's 4 winners on each side. So the top one's $60,000, and then I think it goes down to 30,000, 25, 15, something like that. But 60,000 for the grand prize winner of each of them. So we're talking about $250,000 total in cash that's given out, the biggest pot yet from this company. So if your 2023 goals, I'm telling you right now, Candice and I are telling you, if your 2023 goals are, I want a transformation this year, this is for you. And even if you don't think that's for you, there's someone that you know in your network that needs to hear this. So go ahead and tag them down below, however many people you know that need to hear this, because registration ends in 6 days. We want to get as many people on this as possible. And who knows, one of your friends might win. How amazing would that be? Okay, so and the accountability with the group, I think that's amazing. Candice, I love what you're doing with giving your tips and tricks. Like, that is invaluable. Is there any piece of advice if someone might still be on the fence watching this? They're like, I don't know if I should do the challenge, maybe next year. What would you say to them?
Well, there's never going to be a good time to start. So just start. A little bit every single day adds up to huge results. So it does not matter where you are on your fitness level, start and just keep going. Just add it every single day, and you are going to see amazing changes, and you're going to feel so good, and you're going to look back and be like, I'm so glad I didn't wait to start. Start now.
Yeah, that's perfect. You in 12 weeks is going to be so glad that you committed. I mean, just imagine
that time is going to pass anyway. The time's going to pass anyway. You might as well make a transformation.
I love that. I love that. All right, perfect. I can't wait to get more people started. Candice, I know you're super excited to cheer people on. Thank you so much for sharing your story tonight. I really appreciate it.
You are so welcome. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. All right, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you down in the comments. Take care, guys. Bye, Candice.